Because the second time is gonna hurt. The first time, it'll hurt a little bit. That second time, it'll be like, you didn't hear me. Let me make it loud and clear. You're not their dream girl. 25 dating lessons I learned at 25. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Tyla and today I'm back on YouTube. Thanks for tuning into my first video of 2025. So excited to start a new YouTube journey. I really just want to chit chat. I have a lot of things that I want to yap about and no place to yap. I was like, I need to take my yapping to YouTube. So funny, I made a video a couple years ago now about 10 things I learned dating in LA. And I still get comments on that video, mainly from angry men. And I just need to this video is for the girls, for having girl chat. No angry men. This is my experience. These are all lessons I've learned, some the hard way. Hopefully by watching this video, you won't have to learn these the hard way. Tyla went through it, you ain't gotta go through it, okay? Before we get started, go ahead and make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, because we got a lot of fun stuff coming. As you listen to these 25 lessons, I wanna know which lessons resonate with you the most. I'm giving you some homework, so in the comments, put this. What lessons resonate with you the most? And are there any lessons that you had to learn the hard way too? Without further ado, let's get started. 25 dating lessons I learned at 25. What one guy won't do, another will. We take one experience and we think, oh, we need to change ourselves because of that one experience. Now, if it's a pattern, it's different. If one guy won't buy you flowers, there is another guy that will, and he'll love it. Whew, this one hits close to home. Guys prioritize what they want to prioritize. How I started 2024 and how I ended 2024 really just made that lesson clear. So at the beginning of 2024, I was talking to this guy. We went on a handful of dates. I liked him. I had a good time on our dates, but it was still very fresh. I noticed that we weren't like talking as much as I'd like in between the dates. It kind of just felt like we talk on the date and then nothing. And I'm not even a huge texter, but I need, if we're actually gonna be building a rapport, getting to know each other, I'm gonna need some more communication or I'm gonna feel like you're a stranger. Basically, I expressed this to him. He's just not able to give me what I need in terms of communication. Then fast forward to the end of the year in December, I met this guy. We went on one date, consistent communication. I was going out of town in December. I travel a lot in December because my birthday's in December, Christmas, the holidays. So I'm traveling for 3 weeks in December. And I expressed this to him, and he has a lot of work stuff going on. He's super busy. I'm super busy. But do you know what he does? He still makes it a priority to see me before I leave. That really just highlighted it to me because I'm like, this guy is so much more busy than the other guy, but he's like going out of his way to make sure he sees me. Guys really prioritize what they want. Just because you're not what they want to prioritize doesn't mean you're not beautiful. It doesn't mean that. It just means you're not their dream girl. Which leads me to the next one. Ask yourself, would he treat his dream girl like this? If a guy isn't sending you flowers, isn't going out of his way to make your life easier, think, would he treat his dream girl like this? Imagine if he had Rihanna. Would he be treating Rihanna like this? My ex has a lot of flaws. He has a lot of flaws, but I have to give him his 10s. One time he told me, I don't know, this was so silly and it honestly annoyed me, but he took a picture of me and he was like, you are so beautiful. You're like prettier than Rihanna. And he was dead serious. And I was like, no, I'm not. He was like, yes, you are. You are so beautiful. You're the prettiest girl in the world. And that's the bar. I'm sorry. That's the bar. The bar was set. Because this man really believed that. And I didn't need him to say that. And that was really flattering. I mean, we had our issues. We're not together for a reason. But I never once doubted that I was his dream girl. He definitely made me feel like that. Do you really want to be someone's girl they settled with? No. I want to be the girl that someone's like, how did I get her? I want to be the girl that my man is stressed about losing. Dang, I don't know how I got her. Let me make sure I dot my T's and cross my I's. I'm just kidding. I don't want my boyfriend to be stressed. But I do want them to feel lucky to be with me. Not like, I got this girl, she's whatever. This one's important. Come here. Don't let a man tell you that he doesn't want you twice. I'm gonna say that again. Don't let a man tell you he doesn't want you twice. Maybe, because the second time is gonna hurt. The first time, it'll hurt a little bit. That second time, it'll be like, you didn't hear me. Let me make it loud and clear that I don't give a damn about you. Like, even with ghosting, even bad bitches get ghosted. I'm gonna just put that out there. Even bad bitches get ghosted. Everybody gets ghosted. If you get ghosted and then you hit the guy up and you're like, hey, did you ghost me? And they're like, yeah, I'm sorry. Remember, he ghosted you. That ghosting was him telling you that he doesn't like you. He doesn't want you. Don't give him the opportunity to ghost you again and do it again. I learned these the hard way. Stop trying to be the good girl and just be you. Maybe it's because I grew up in the South. Sometimes I feel like, oh my God, I need to be a good girl. Like, I can't be my crazy self. I can't let them know I'm a bad girl. Like, sometimes I would catch myself like, oh, I don't want them to know this, that, and the third. Like, I had a wild past. I don't want them to know I'm party. Like, I want to be a good girl. I want to get wifey. Then I realized, like, I can put on this act. I can wear the pearls. I can wear my turtleneck. I can pretend to be this good girl because I think that's who's going to get chose. But then what happens when they fall in love with that good girl? And then I have to keep the charade up. And then they fell in love with a version of me that isn't even me. No. And even like on my dates, I find that I have the best times with the guys who aren't saying the right things, if that makes sense. Like the guys who aren't, you know, saying everything they're supposed to say and saying all the buzzwords. Like if a guy tells me he's a provider on the first date, one, I'm looking at you like you a trick and give me my things. But two, I'm looking at, oh, you're just trying to say the right things that you think girls want. And that's just so unattractive. I gravitate towards people who say stuff that's like a little like, why'd you say that? Like, that's crazy that you say that, but that's real that you said that, and I respect that. It's like I'd rather hear an ugly truth than a pretty lie. And I think the way I approach dating is I want you to see my ugly. Like, obviously not too much too soon, but like I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. Make it clear that I'm a free spirit. Like, I'm not gonna try to pretend to be a good girl. I'm just gonna be Tyla. When I was younger, like in my early 20s, I don't know why, don't try to therapize me, but I would love dating older guys. And I had this breakthrough moment in therapy. This is years ago. And I was like, you know what? I was thinking about it, and maybe the 43-year-olds that I date aren't the best people because they're dating a 22-year-old. My therapist is so funny. Well, I'm not with her anymore, but I love this woman. But she was like, ding, ding, ding. And I was like, is this a breakthrough? Is this what we call a breakthrough? Conversation with my therapist stays in my head whenever I veer too far outside of the age range. The 40-year-old I dated last year let me know that I do not need to be dating anybody in their 40s because he was just so corny. We would talk about these songs and it's like, you know, I don't know that shit. He'd be like, do you know this song? I'm like, no. He's like, oh my God, you don't know this song? I'm like, please, you're 20 years my senior. Of course I don't know this song. Like, come on. Oh, the lesson was there is a such thing as too old for me. No relationship is a waste of time. I've been saying that since I started dating. They're all going to teach you something. Either what you want, what you don't want, what you need to improve on, or how people got you fucked up and give you an opportunity to speak up for yourself. Ooh, I like this one. I like them all. I made the list. Never go back on your standards. The beauty of dating is that each relationship exposes you to something new. When someone raises the bar, like let's say you're dating a guy and he gives you flowers every week and he raises the bar. So now you're expecting flowers every week. I don't think the next person you should date should have a lower bar. Oh, well, that was my ex. Like this new guy, he doesn't have to do that. I think every relationship should build. You know, like if your last dude got you flowers, I think you should let that be known. Let it be known what you're used to. If I'm dating someone, I want them to know that I like to travel. I traveled lots of places in past relationships. Third date, we need to go to Vegas. Just kidding. But that's a thing I'm used to. It's important to let people know what makes you feel loved and what makes you feel special. Don't let someone tell you their values. Sit back, observe, and you'll be able to see them. Like someone can tell you, oh, I value health and wellness. And then you see them out drinking every night, sleeping 2 hours a night, never going to the gym. Just observe the way they live their life, because everyone's gonna say their values are honesty, loyalty. Let's see how you actually act. Ooh, this one is me right now. Take breaks. You do not have to do this. Like, if you feel annoyed, disgruntled, disenchanted, disillusioned, take a damn break. Ain't nobody making you do this. This ain't no job. If you aren't having fun dating, take a break. Conflict is a necessary evil. Don't ignore it or shy away from it. Front issues and let them bring you closer. Oh my God, I am a conflict avoidant person. Who would have thought? So this has been really important for me. But in a situation I had, oh my God, I don't even want to tell too much because it's like it's embarrassing. Past, I would just not say anything, or I would just hope it gets better. Now I'm very vocal about like, okay, this is how this made me feel. It's just very telling. Either bring you closer, like you realize, okay, it's us against the problem, or it can be us against each other, and that'll just drive you apart. So all I'm saying is just don't be afraid to have a little conflict. Leave old flames in the past, or not. Whatever you do, just don't forget the lessons they taught you. That's pretty self-explanatory. I think 2024 was the year of me revisiting old flames. Oh my God, I don't know what I was on. I think because I was feeling really good. I was like, they need to see me shit. Like, went to London. I saw an old flame in London. Part of me was like, oh, I saw him because I went to London. I went to London the summer before that and I didn't reach out to him. So what was it about this year? I don't know. That's something for me and my therapist. I don't have a therapist right now. Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong with going down memory lane, seeing an old flame. I just think it's important to remember like why they're in the past. Leave niggas where they had you fucked up. Self-explanatory. Birthdays show you who cares. If a guy does not do anything special for your birthday, he hates you. Like, come here. If a man does not make you feel special for your birthday, he hates you. Don't let people you're just casually dating take up too much of your time. One of those month-long situations, we were talking on the phone every night. This sounds like in contrast to me saying the other guy, we didn't talk much. It was too much. Every night, I was flattered by it at first, but then one night I had friends over so we couldn't talk, and I relaxed in my bed and I watched TV, and I was like, wow, I haven't done that in a while. What have I been up to? And I was like, oh, because I'm talking on the phone with this guy down the street for hours every night. Like, it was too much. We're only dating casually. There's no real commitment yet. I'm talking to you every night, so I'm not able to really explore things with other people because you're monopolizing my time, yet no commitment has been made. You see where I'm going? Do background checks. Self-explanatory. Let people show up for you and do their big one. Have your own life. Like, whew. It's so easy for me to take a break from dating right now because I just have so many other things I can put my attention towards. And I even think about like, how would I fit a boyfriend into this schedule right now? Because there's just so much going on in my life that I want to prioritize, that I want to level up, that I want to focus on, that if I did have a partner that I had to like really commit a lot of energy and time to, that's just taken away from my life. I think it's good in these single periods to really just focus on you. If you let a guy play what you want, he'll keep playing in your face. Some of these are a little repetitive. Sometimes I had to learn the lesson once or twice. You got to communicate. The silent treatment is dumb. Express yourself. That is something I really had to learn because sometimes I'm like, oh, they know what they did. Sometimes people don't know what they did. Everyone is in their own world and we can't assume that people can read your mind. So I just think communication is such an underrated skill. It's such a vulnerable act too. Vulnerability is something I have to work at. I used to say I'm bad at vulnerability or have vulnerability issues, but I don't say that anymore because that's not my identity. But it is something I strive to work at and get better at. And I find that communicating about problems is a vulnerable act. Like having to admit, hey, something you did hurt me. That's vulnerable. But in relationships, it is important to be vulnerable, to build trust, to actually let people in, because those relationships end up being the most fulfilling. Communication's key. Know what you want before you try to be what they want. Oh, I wish I could tell this to every girl out there. Girls go about the whole defining the relationship thing all wrong. Girls just give away their power too often, like asking the guy like, so what are we? Like, oh my God, like what's going on? Like that's just giving them their power. And like what I find too is that a lot of women don't stand 10 toes down in what they want. So if you want a relationship and then you ask someone like, where do you see this going? Like, is that what you want? If they say no, go act like you're okay with it. And that's how you end up in a situationship. Luckily, I haven't wanted a relationship with anyone, so I haven't ended up in that situation. I've seen it time and time again with people. Like, I don't think you should ask anybody what they want before you know what you want. Like, before you have a clear sense of this is what I want, and if they don't want this, what I want, I'm willing to walk away. That's the standing 10 toes down, like being willing to walk away when you're not aligned. A lot of people aren't willing to walk away. Ooh, you trying to be the one for a nigga and you don't even know if he's the one for you. Sometimes us women, we just want to be the cool girl. We want people to like us, and we want to be liked and desired. When we're not even doing our due diligence, like, do I like you? Do you fit what I want? I think it's easy to just want to be desired, and sometimes you forget that, like, hey, I gotta like you too. Your gut is right most of the time. You can choose to fuck around and find out, or you can just trust your gut. Sometimes you just know. Sometimes you just know. Sometimes you gotta fuck around and find out. And last but certainly not least, when it comes to conflict, lead with curiosity. Sometimes you think you know why a person's doing X, Y, and Z, but you really don't know unless you ask a question. And you know, some people lie, so sometimes you still might not know. Fun example, I don't know if y'all saw, I posted this on Shorts. The last situation that I ended was this guy, he didn't check on me during the fires. And I was just like, what? This is crazy. I was mad because the LA fires were happening, and he, not only did he not check on me, he didn't text me back. Like, I texted him like, I'm low-key freaking out, and he didn't text me back. It's so disgusting even hearing it. I'm so glad that that was like, I cut it off after that. Before I cut it off, I was like, you know what? Let me at least try to understand, like, maybe he was affected by the fires. Maybe like there's more to this story than just him not giving a damn about me. Just tell him, I'm like, I'm surprised that I didn't hear from you last night. He didn't have no good reason for not messaging me. He was basically like, oh, I got distracted with my roommates. I got curious and I didn't like what I found, so bye. It was still good that I got curious. People also deserve to know how they had you fucked up. Yeah, sometimes it's like, I'll show them, I'll ghost them. No, let people know how they had you fucked up. Like, you ain't gotta yell, you ain't gotta argue, but like, I basically just told him, like, when I'm dating someone, I expect this. Your behavior has proven you're not this. I don't think we're fit. As simple as that. Sometimes in dating, you like to leave the door open. Girls do it, boys do it, everyone, they, them do it, everybody does it. People just like to keep the door open. I say slam that motherfucker. I like to close the door. One thing about me, look, y'all can't see it, but my bedroom door closed. My back door closed. My doors stay closed. I love closing the door. Sometimes in this effort to not want to close the door, people want to come across as a cool girl. Like, in that situation, I definitely had a little internal battle. Like, I don't want to come across as needy. And my best friend told me something that I really appreciated. Because one time I was like, oh, I don't want to seem needy. And she was like, well, you're a person with needs. I was like, you know what? You damn Skippy. I am a person with needs. We all are. And I don't think there's anything wrong with expressing them. It takes a really strong and secure person to be able to stand 10 toes down and this is what I want, and I'm okay with vocalizing that. And if you're not giving it to me, I'll leave. Person who's trying to be a cool girl and who doesn't say those things, you're only hurting yourself, because whose needs aren't being expressed? Yours. You're being silent to be cool for who? Because the thing is, real cool girls who are really like, they don't care, they don't care. You can't pretend to be a cool girl. Like, you just, either you just don't care or you care. And if you care, it's okay. And if you don't care, that's okay too. So that concludes my 25 dating lessons I learned at 25. Let me know in the comments, do any of these resonate with you? Let me know your horror stories. I told y'all my dirt. Tell me yours in the comments, because y'all know we all go through the same shit. Yeah, let me know what lessons you've learned lately. And as always, like, follow, and subscribe for more. I want to do more like chit-chatty girl talks. If you need any advice, you know, hit me up. I feel like I give really good advice. Thanks so much for watching this video. Bye. See you next week.